So Ada, thanks so much for being here with us tonight. We'll just get started here. I would like to know, why specifically do you want to be on the SGA?
I think that being a leader, any kind of leader, is something that's been very important to me throughout my entire life, essentially. And I think being a part of the SGA, either president, vice president, or one of the senators, would just be almost an ultimate leadership position. And I think I want to be able to speak for the school and for the students in a positive way, and kind of be a confident, adamant voice for everyone.
So what's the first major project you would tackle?
God, that's a hard one. I think it would. I think we'd have to wait until next year a little bit to see, but I think continuing on with a lot of the gender issues that have been going on, and I think I would start off by kind of tackling the new kids and showing them kind of the culture that we want to try to instill, instead of the one that some cultures that have been negative.
So please evaluate with some specificity the administration that came before you, meaning this year's administration, the people that are currently holding the SGA positions. What was it that you did like? What didn't you like? Speak to that a little bit.
I think, contrary to popular belief, I do think that they got a lot more done this year.
Right.
I think there were a lot of little things that were improved and things that students had requested that they were able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, so like the demerits and all that, but I think they had too broad of a goal for the year. Manchu had stated in the debate that their goal was to change culture at Hill,
Right.
and that seemed not very tangible, not very concrete to me, so I think that would be something to work on.
Has anything changed since the caucus?
I think the night of the caucus, personally, I was very nervous, and I think now I'm more confident and more controlled of myself. I think I've just become more excited, if anything has changed. I've realized my competition, and I'm excited. I'm more excited, I'd say.
Right. So you're excited, and you've gotten this far, which is a huge accomplishment. But what are you going to do to improve and build upon what you've already done?
So I'd say I'm in the process of campaigning, which essentially is just speaking to different people, different groups, getting them to understand why I'm running and what I will do if elected, and all that. So that's my initiative.
Do you find this to be a fair caucus, the one that took place on Friday?
Absolutely. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, contrary to Mr. Lehman, I think it all dwindles down kind of to equity instead of equality. So in that, we only had 3 girls participating, so for 2 of them to move on, that'd be almost 70% of female candidates to move on, and then 2 men would move on, and that would be, a little upwards of 20%, which wouldn't be reasonable, and instead now it's, 33% to 42% or something around that. So in that, I think it was absolutely fair, and I think the top 4 candidates moved on, and it accomplished its goal.
Is there anything you haven't agreed with in this election process so far?
So far, I think it's been working very well. Nothing I can complain about.
Great. A couple of people in the caucus said that the students of the school need to put pressure on the SGA, who need to then put pressure on the administration. What's the relationship between the SGA and the student body, as you see it? As
I see it, I think there are certain SGA members that are very effective and very in relationship with a lot of the students, and then there are certain members that might be more preserved in their own friend groups and their own friends, and not really very reachable in that sense. But I think it's kind of split.